Most people don't fail because they're lazy. They fail because they're waiting to feel ready. It's waiting to feel confident, waiting for the right moment. Waiting for fear to disappear, and most of the time that moment never comes. There was a man who lived exactly like this. Every morning he woke up with the same thought. Today I'll start, if I feel ready. But he rarely did. He read books, watched videos, saved quotes, made plans. On the outside, he looked busy. On the inside, nothing was moving. Days turned into weeks. Weeks turned into years. And slowly, without realizing it, his life stopped changing. Not because he didn't want more, because he believed one quiet lie. The lie was simple. Start when I feel ready. That lie keeps more people stuck than failure ever will, because readiness feels responsible. It feels smart. It feels safe. But it's also invisible procrastination. Told himself he just needed more time, more clarity, more motivation. But what he really needed was to stop waiting. One evening after another long day that led nowhere, he noticed something painful. Nothing in his life was actually broken, but nothing was improving either. Wasn't miserable. He was comfortable. And comfort is dangerous. Comfort whispers, tomorrow is fine. Comfort says, you're not behind. Comfort says, just wait a little longer. Years can disappear that way. That night he asked himself a question he had been avoiding. What if ready never comes? What if confidence isn't the starting point, but the result? What if discipline isn't something you feel, but something you practice? That was the moment everything shifted, not loudly, not dramatically, quietly. The next morning, he didn't feel ready, still felt tired, still unsure, still afraid of wasting time or failing. But instead of waiting, he did something different. He started badly. He didn't aim for perfect. He didn't aim for impressive. He aimed for small and uncomfortable. 10 minutes of focused work. One honest attempt. Action with no guarantee. And that changed something. Not his results. Not his confidence. His identity. For the first time, he wasn't someone who planned to start. He was someone who acted, even when unsure. Most people think stuck means lazy. It doesn't. Stuck usually means overwhelmed. Too many choices, too many expectations, too much pressure to do it right. So the brain chooses safety. It chooses delay. Waiting feels productive because you're thinking. But thinking without action drains energy. Action creates energy, even messy action. He learned something important. Motivation didn't come before action. It came after. Confidence didn't appear first. It followed repetition. Clarity wasn't found by thinking harder. It showed up while moving. Every day he waited, his fear grew stronger. Every day he acted, even a little, fear shrank. Not because fear disappeared, but because it stopped being in control. He made one rule: no waiting to feel ready. If something mattered, he started small, immediately, imperfectly. No mood checks, no overthinking, just movement. Some days it felt pointless. Some days progress was invisible. But something was changing beneath the surface. We stopped arguing with himself every morning, stopped negotiating with motivation. Decisions became simpler. Show up, do the work, leave. Over time, his life began to move again, not fast, but forward. And forward is everything. Most people stay stuck because they're trying to eliminate discomfort before starting. But discomfort is the doorway. Readiness is not a feeling. It's a consequence. You feel ready after you act, not before. Think about it. You don't wait to feel strong before going to the gym. You go, and strength comes later. You don't wait to feel confident before speaking. You speak, and confidence builds. Yet when it comes to life decisions, people wait forever. That's why years pass quietly. The day he stopped waiting to feel ready wasn't the day everything became easy. It was the day things became honest. He accepted that fear would come along. Doubt would show up. Some days would feel heavy. But none of that was a signal to stop. It was simply part of the process. And here's the truth most people don't want to hear. You don't need more motivation. You don't need more time. You don't need to feel ready. You need a smaller starting point. And the courage to begin badly. That's it. One page, one walk, one honest attempt. Not tomorrow. Not when it feels right. Today as you are. Because the longer you wait, the heavier starting becomes. But the moment you move, even a little, momentum does the rest. If you feel stuck right now, don't ask yourself what you should do. Ask yourself this instead. What is the smallest action I can take? Without waiting to feel ready, then do that. Tonight or tomorrow morning. Not perfectly, just honestly. You don't need a breakthrough, you need a beginning. And beginnings don't wait for permission. They start when you decide to stop waiting. If this message resonated with you, take one small step today. That's how change actually begins. Let's move forward together.